Before I jump into today's story, I need to be honest. It's been more than 2 months since my last video. In that time, I lost a very close friend, and with that loss came something I was not prepared for: anger, cracks in friendship I thought would last forever, and a kind of emptiness that left me feeling broken, meaningless, and even mediocre. Every time I sat down to edit this video, a voice inside kept whispering, "Who is going to watch this? Who cares about your words when the world is busy chasing ego and noise?" But then I remembered why I started this channel. Not for this world, not for numbers. I started it so that one day my son and maybe a few others could see how I looked at life, how I tried to search for meaning even in the small places. That's why it's called Satyascope. So here I am, finishing what I started. And maybe it's no coincidence that the next story in this series is Harry Potter, a boy who also felt ordinary, small, even undeserving, but who discovered that choosing love and courage in dark times is what truly makes us extraordinary. Harry Potter is not the strongest wizard in his world, not even close. He is surrounded by people way more talented. Hermione with her brains, Dumbledore with his wisdom, Voldemort with his power. Harry doubts himself all the time. He feels ordinary, lost, and half the time he doesn't even know why people expect him to be a hero. And honestly, that hit me recently. Because when you are sitting with grief, with broken friendship, with self doubt screaming inside your head, you also feel ordinary, mediocre. Like, why me? What's the point? But here is what Harry teaches us: it's not about being the smartest in the room, or the most powerful, or the loudest voice. What makes him extraordinary is his choices: choosing loyalty over betrayal, love over bitterness, courage over fear. And let's be real: in life, in careers, even in friendship, the world rewards the flashy ones, the ones who shout the loudest, build their image, play their ego game. But the truth, the people we really remember, the ones who actually change lives, are those who stay loyal, who stand up quietly but firmly, who keep choosing what's right when it's hardest. Harry Potter shows that even when the world feels dark and you feel small, your courage, your loyalty, your humanity are enough. And maybe that's the reminder I needed. And maybe you do too. Let's be honest. Harry didn't ask for this. He didn't apply for the role of boy who lived. No leadership training, no LinkedIn endorsement. But when the time came, he led. And not with power, but with purpose. This is what reluctant leadership looks like. Real leaders, they don't run around screaming, "I am the boss." They do work. They take the hits, and half the time, they are not even sure they are doing it right. I still remember my first team lead role. It was not glamorous. Half the time I was second guessing myself. But when the team needed someone to speak up, make a call, or take the blame, I knew it had to be me. Harry did that over and over again. Let's not forget, without Ron, Hermione, and the whole squad, Harry wouldn't have survived year one. Every Harry needs a Hermione with brains, a Ron with loyalty, and a Neville who surprises everyone. In the corporate world, that's your analyst who quietly saves the product launch, the developer who stays late to fix bugs without making a scene, The teammate who doesn't speak in meeting but drops the one idea that changes everything. Also, Harry never sought credit. In fact, every time he got attention, he looked like he would rather crawl under the invisibility cloak and nap. Compare that with someone you know who can't finish a group task without updating their LinkedIn. Successfully led cross-functional synergy across dynamic teams. Bro, you just shared a Google Doc. And if you really want a leadership case study, just look at Voldemort versus Dumbledore. Voldemort wanted control, fear, total domination. His meetings probably had zero agenda, lots of yellings and no snacks. Total micromanager vibes. Why is this prophecy delayed? Why is Potter still alive? Bro, breathe. Dumbledore, on the other hand, he built trust, gave people space, let Harry make mistakes and learn from them. That's not just magic, that's mentorship. So maybe this video is less about Harry Potter and more about all of us who feel small sometimes. If you have ever felt ordinary, doubtful, or just lost, then you already know what Harry felt. And like him, maybe the answer is not in being perfect or powerful, but in the choice we make every day. For me, making this video was one such choice: to not give up, to finish what I started. But I have also realized something through my corporate journey. Stories don't just end when we put down the book or pause a series. Sometimes we need to step back, live a little, and come back with fresh eyes. So for now, I will keep this as a pause, not an ending. Maybe I will return to this series later. Until then, thank you for staying with me, for listening, and for being part of this journey. This is Satya from Satyascope.